evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?
Welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise on MLB the Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. The Tigers are off to a 3-3 start. We won on opening day in come-from-behind fashion. Then we went on to take 3 out of 4 from the Mariners. We dropped Game 2 and then won Games 3 and 4, both by 1 run. So every game we've won so far this year was a 1-run ball game. Then we went and took on the Oakland A's. We're on the road. We lost 2-1 and then 7-2, where Eduardo Rodriguez did not pitch well in this game. We were down 7-0 in like the 5th inning. So he got knocked around quite a bit. So not a good appearance from him, but now we are ready to go back out to Oakland and hopefully at least salvage the series by picking up a win before we then have a travel day before our home opener against the White Sox. So, without further ado, let's head on out to Oakland for Game 3 of this series.
California, the Bay Area.
And here we are in Oakland, California, the worst stadium in all of professional baseball, but nonetheless, we are at the Coliseum with the Tigers at 3-3, taking on the Oakland A's at 3-3, but they have taken the first 2 from the Tigers in this 3-game series, so the Tigers looking to at least pick up 1 victory here, and they're going to have to do it against Sean Manaea. He has 1 start under his belt this season, went 7 innings, 1 run, allowing just 2 hits and a walk across that stretch. Not a guy that's going to rack up a lot of strikeouts, but here he's going to give up a walk to Cabrera, and that's going to be the first base runner of the ball game with 2 outs in the top of the first. Then it's Javier Baez, that pitch in the dirt, and Cabrera with his blazing speed going to go ahead and take second there. So now a runner into scoring position for the Tigers with 2 away. And now on a 3-2 pitch to Baez, that is down and in for ball 4. Good eye to lay off of that one, and that'll bring up Jonathan Scope with first and second and 2 out. 2-1 pitch to him is down. He goes after it. Just a routine grounder to third. They'll step on the bag, and that's going to do it for the Tigers in the first. They threaten, but they come up empty. Now on the hill, it's Spencer Turnbull, 2-2 pitch to Christian Pache. Nice piece of hitting there to take it the other way through the hole, and it's a leadoff single for the A's, and they're in business right off the bat. Next batter, Tony Kemp, or actually with 1 away now, a comebacker to Turnbull. He's going to go second, short over to first, and it's 1-6-3 twin killing, 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers, and we're scoreless after 1. Now on to the top of the second, a 3-2 pitch here is ripped down the left field line by Spencer Torkelson. He's going to round first and head for second, and he is in with a leadoff double here in the top of the second. Manaea already at 32 pitches to that point. Now an 0-2 pitch to Meadows. Interesting play here. It goes off the glove. Torkelson had gone back towards second and then realized the ball was down, tries to get the third. They get the out at third, so it's going to be a runner on first now and 1 away, and then it's Candelario, grounder to third. That could have been an inning-ending double play. Instead, it goes into right field. So an interesting inning here, and now it's somehow first and third, 1 out. Tigers an opportunity after the E5 there, and now an 0-1 pitch to Eric Haas is ripped into left field. That's going to be good enough to score the first run of the ball game as this catcher is coming through again with the bat here in the early going this season, and it's 1-0 Tigers. Then it's Robbie Grossman with 2 away, a 2-0 pitch. That was a hanging changeup, but he got it off the end of the bat, and that's going to do it for the Tigers. They get on the board thanks to the RBI single from Eric home run Haas. And we go to the bottom of the second. 3-2 pitch to Seth Brown. Looked really good there. Somehow he lays off that sinker, missing just low for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk. Next batter is Sean Murphy. He's down on strikes. That's the first out of the inning. And that would make it runner on first, 1 away, and bring up Billy McKinney here in the bottom of the second. Next batter there, he's down on strikes, and that would be the second out of the inning. And then it's Chad Pinder, 1-1 pitch to him. Diving stop by Cabrera, had to knock it down, picks it up, flips to Turnbull, covering the bag. Nice play by Miggy, and they are going to strand that leadoff walk, so it is 1-0 after 2 innings here from Oakland. One away in the third. It's going to be up the middle here. That ball knocked down. Nice play there. Diving stop. He's going to get Baez for the second out of the inning. Now on to the top of the fourth. It's going to be Meadows down on strikes as Manaya gets the swing and a miss there, but up to 74 pitches at that point. Now one away in the bottom of the fourth. Tony Kemp watches a close one there for ball 4. And the A's have a runner with one out. Now it's going to be Seth Brown. That pitch in the dirt. Haas blocks it, recovers, throws down to second to get Kemp. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. A couple pitches later to Seth Brown. A fastball right down the middle that he swings through. And that's it for the A's in the fourth. It is going to be 1-0 Tigers as we head to the fifth inning. Just one hit allowed by Spencer Turnbull to that point. On to the top of the fifth. That's a swing and a miss there from Haas. He's down on strikes. Manaya still grinding out a pretty good start here, but the pitch count becoming an issue. And here, the command an issue is it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Victor Reyes with one away. He's got some speed. Now a 2-0 pitch. He tries to take off on the first movement, and Manaya has him picked off. That'll do it for the Tigers in the fifth, and it stays 1-0. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Turnbull still out there. Actually now to the top of the sixth as he would hold him scoreless yet again. This is going to be down the line. Baez rips this one into the corner. He's got extra bases. It's a 1-out double for the Tigers shortstop. Now it's a 2-1 pitch to Jonathan Scope. That pitch is laced into the left field corner. It's going to be back-to-back doubles for the Tigers. So Scope will trade places with Baez, and it's now 2-0 with Detroit on top. And Manaya at 99 pitches to that point, and that would be the end of his day as Kotze is going to come and get him. And the lefty is going to head to the showers a little bit early in this one as they return to, I believe, Paul Blackburn coming out of the bullpen. He's been pretty good for them in 2 appearances so far. He's given them 5 2/3, only allowing 1 run across that stretch. So he's been pretty sharp. And the first batter he faces, Spencer Torkelson, hits this one hard. Actually, that was that was with 1 away. And the runner would have to hold at second. Next batter, Austin Meadows. They are going to just go ahead and put him on with the intentional walk. And now Jeimer Candelario, 2-0 pitch. He goes after a changeup that was very hittable, but routine ground ball to short. That's going to do it for the Tigers in their half of the sixth. But Jonathan Scope with the RBI double makes it 2-0. Now to the bottom of the sixth. Kevin Smith, swing and a miss. He's down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And Turnbull at just 71 pitches. Very efficient this deep into the ball game. But when no one's getting on base, that's going to happen. But here's Chad Pinder taking one into the left center field gap. That's going to short hop the wall. He's got speed, and it's an easy double with 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth. And the A's with a chance here. Jordan Diaz, ground ball to the right side. Scoop Fields fires it over to first, and that'll do it for the A's. They are still held scoreless through 6 innings as Turnbull has been really sharp. Now on to the top of the seventh with runners on the corners and 2 away. That ball is into the gap. Mickey going to go first to third. It's now 3-0. Runners on the corners, 2 away as Paul Blackburn's still out there for the A's, but he's in trouble here. Next batter, Jonathan Scope. That ball is hit to the left side. It's going to be a backhanded stop, but he is unable to get Baez at second. So Miggy comes in to score on the play. It's now 4-0 Tigers. Runners on first and second, still 2 out in the inning. They would get out of it, or the A's would get out of it from that point, but now on to the bottom of the seventh, and it's a 1-2-3-7 for Turnbull as he continues to just dominate out there on the mound, but no longer. The bottom of the eighth, it is Billy McKinney just crushing this ball into the right field bleachers. That's going to get the A's on the board, makes it 4-1. 108.4 off the bat, and that ball was pretty much gone right off the bat. That's going to do it for Turnbull as A.J. Hinch comes to get him, but 7 strong innings of work for Turnbull, and now they turn to Michael Fulmer with a pretty good lead here, up by 3 late in this one. But Fulmer has not been sharp. They're going to need him to be pretty good here. Runner on second with 2 away. That ball hit on the line, but right at Cabrera, and that'll do it for the A's in the 8th. They had a chance there to maybe get another run and cut the lead down to 2. But now we go to the 9th inning with a 3-run lead for the Tigers. 1 away in the 9th. Runners on the corners. That's going to be a ground ball to short. They're not going to be able to get the double play, so another run comes in to score. The Tigers get that run right back. Makes it 5-1. Gregory Soto going to come on in relief here. He's already in trouble here, but with 2 outs, that ball into right field, that's going to score a run, make it 5-2, and the tying run will come to the plate as Gregory Soto just not sharp in this one. They're going to now turn to Andrew Chafin. Only needs to get 1 out to get out of this thing. it would be his second save of the season, and you got to wonder if this is going to be his job going forward. First batter he faces is Chad Pinder. That ball gets through into center field. One run going to come to score, and now the tying run is on as it is 5-3. The A's clawing their way back into this one, and they've got a chance, but Stephen Piscotty swinging first pitch, lifts a high fly into left. Long run for Meadows, but he does get there, and that will do it in this one. The A's fall to the Tigers in the final game of the 3-game set by a final of 5-3. Spencer Turnbull was absolutely outstanding, gets player of the game honors. We'll take a look at the box score here. 10 hits, 6 walks for the Tigers, and they only struck out 4 times, so they were swinging the bat well. And honestly, the A's, fortunate that they didn't put up more runs than that, but a couple of, they actually got doubles from Baez, Scope, Torkelson, a triple from Akil Baddoo. They were just swinging the bats well in this one throughout. Turnbull was outstanding. 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 1 earned across 7 innings. Fulmer gave up 2 hits in the 8th, but managed to at least do it in scoreless fashion. And then Soto was just terrible. Gave up a couple of hits. He needed some help from Chafin, but did not get it. But Chafin does get the save here, his second of the season, recording 1 out, gave up 1 hit in the process of picking up the save for the Tigers. We'll take a look at the A's box scores. They had 8 hits, 2 walks, only struck out 4 times, but they bunched up their hits to where they actually were pretty productive. When they had opportunities, they were able to come through late in the ball game. Doubles for Smith and Pache. The solo homer for McKinney was the only one of the ball game for either side. Diaz had the error at third rather. Manaya gets his first loss of the year, going 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, struck out 2, gave up 2 earned runs. Blackburn was not sharp, just an inning and a third, gave up 4 hits and a walk and 2 earned. And then Oler came in. He went 2 1/3, allowing just a hit and 2 walks, but he also had an earned run registered against him. And the Tigers take this one 5-3. Okay, so before we actually go back out to the next game of the episode, I wanted to give a quick update. So we are now 5-7. The team is not really playing well. We're scoring some runs. I'm not too worried about that, but our pitching has just been awful. Like if we look here, Eduardo Rodriguez, 6.23 ERA, 6.11 for Spencer Turnbull. Pineda left the game after 1 batter in his last outing, so he's only got 4 1/3 of work, and his ERA is over 8. Casey Mize has been okay, but the whip is a disaster. Like, he's got to get the whip down because the ERA is okay considering how many guys he's had on base. He's getting out of trouble. And then Skubal, kind of the same thing. He's doing okay as far as his results, but it's a bumpy journey to get out of each and every inning. And then long relief, Joey Wentz has been atrocious. Tyler Alexander has been one of the only guys in the bullpen that's been pretty consistent. Joe Jimenez has been terrible. Michael Fulmer, a whip over 2. Gregory Soto, a whip pushing 3, and we've already demoted him from that closer role to the setup role. Jose Cisnero has been pretty good, but we got to get to scenarios where we can use them, and right now that's been trouble because we're playing from behind a lot. And then Andrew Chafin has definitely been strong for us to the point where, like, it just makes sense to make him the closer for right now. But if things keep going the way they are, we're going to have to probably go and find a relief pitcher to try and bolster this team. And, you know, ultimately our bullpen is just a mess. The rotation, I think, will come along. It's still early, and I feel pretty good about this group of guys. But the bullpen, you know, here, and that, you know, Jimenez, Fulmer, Soto, Cisnero are just not a really strong middle and setup kind of set of arms. So we might need to get creative to go find somebody to fill in that role. So the Royals are off to a hot start at 10-2. And we've got a game coming up here against Boston. We're at home with Pineda going back out on the hill. It was just a like shoulder tightness or something that he was only out for a couple of days, so he's not going to miss a start, although his last one was 1 batter faced, struck him out, and left the game. So let's head on out to Comerica and see if we can pick up a win against the Red Sox. And we're at Comerica Park here with the Red Sox in town. This will be the final game of a 3-game set here. The Tigers 5-7 now on the season, hoping to get it going. They've split so far in the first 2 of this series, but the Tigers a chance to take the rubber match and hopefully kind of get things going early in the season for them. They won 4-2 in game 1, but fell 9-1 yesterday. They turned to Michael Pineda on the bump. This will be his 3rd start of the season. He left the last one after just 1 batter faced, but he was not very good in his first start of the year, so he's hoping to get it going here. First batter he faces, Trevor Storer. That's a 3-pitch strikeout as he couldn't hold up on the slider down and away, and a good start for Pineda as it's a K to start the ball game. Now on to the bottom of the first. Tanner Houck out there. He's going to get Akil Baddoo chasing the high fastball there for the first out of the ball game, so both pitchers able to strike out the first batter they face. And then it's Austin Meadows down on strikes to end the inning. So good start for Houck. And we go to the top of the second. Bobby Dalbec out there, 0-2 pitch to him. He's down on strikes, chasing that slider down and away. And Pineda looks to be in control now on the bottom of the second. It's Baez chasing a sinker that ran down and in on him. Ugly swing there on a nasty pitch. That would be the first out of the inning. And then it's Torkelson caught looking on a fastball right on that inside corner. Remember that call because that was pretty close. Torkelson not getting the benefit of the doubt on that one. And it's Jackie Bradley Jr. down on strikes for the second out in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the fourth now. It's Robbie Grossman just hitting a rocket into right field for a base hit. And finally, we've got a base runner in this ball game as there hasn't been a whole lot going on. Next batter, Austin Meadows, that's up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So now it's first and second, back-to-back singles for the Tigers. Javi Baez up next, that ball up the middle. It's going to be a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play, and the threat is averted here. So now we go to the top of the fifth. Jackie Bradley Jr. caught looking at a fastball on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Pineda there, and he's pitched 5 scoreless. Now we go to the bottom of the fifth. Torkelson taking one the other way. Nice piece of hitting there from the rookie. That was a sinker that was down out of the zone. He stayed with it, driving it into right field for a single. There's Miguel Cabrera, that pitch on the inside corner. The veteran gets the call here, and now it's first and second, nobody out. Jonathan Scope due up for the Tigers. 0-1 pitch to Scope is taken into right field. It's going to be handled in right, and then Torkelson going to try and tag. But look at this throw from Alex Verdugo on the money to get the out. A double play here with the outfield assist on a great throw. Verdugo really didn't even have a running start on that one, but able to get the out there. And now we go to the top of the sixth. It's going to be another strikeout for Pineda here as he gets one looking there. Now we go to the bottom of the sixth. Tucker Barnhart, he's looking down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Tanner Houck at just 69 pitches, 1 out into the 6th inning. Next batter, Akil Baddoo. That's a sinker over the middle of the plate. It was down, but he golfs it into the right field bleachers for the home run. And the Tigers are going to be on the board here with a 1-0 lead late in this one, as both pitchers have been dominant to that point, but Baddoo with his 2nd of the year just able to get that thing out over the right field wall to give the Tigers the lead. Now on to the top of the 7th. It's Pineda still out there. That ball into center field through the shift, and it's a leadoff single. Pineda at just 80 pitches right there, but when he left the last game because of some shoulder tightness, you wonder if they're going to let him go too much longer. He's going to get a swinging strikeout here on Dalbec. That's the first out of the inning, and now a double play could get him out of this. Next batter, Christian Vasquez. Ground ball to third. Candelario going to go to second with it, and they go around the horn for the 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. We're going to the stretch with a 1-0 ball game here in Detroit. Nice play there by the Tigers defense. Now Matt Strahm coming on in relief for the Red Sox here. You see his numbers through 7 appearances so far this year. He's been pretty good and getting a lot of action, and that's a nasty pitch right there to get an ugly swing from Spencer Torkelson for the 2nd out in that inning, and he would hold him scoreless there. Pineda still out there in the top of the 8th. First batter, routine ground ball to short. That's going to get him at first for the first out of the inning, and now A.J. Hinch going to turn to the bullpen and go to the lefty here for the matchup. But a great outing from Pineda as he was just absolutely outstanding, and it's going to be Soto coming on in a setup situation here. Now his 6th appearance of the year, but that ERA over 16 so far in the early going, and then it's going to be a slice into left field. Nice catch there from Meadows So the defense helping out Soto. That's going to be the second out of the inning, just one pitch into the inning. And then it's Chafin on in the bottom of the ninth, or the top of the ninth, rather, with 2 away. Just a routine comebacker there. And the Tigers win this one 1-0. Beautiful job by both pitching staffs. But Akil Baddoo with the solo homer was enough to win it for the Tigers. Player of the game honors go to Pineda, who went 7 1/3, 6 strikeouts, just 4 hits allowed, no walks, no earned. He was just absolutely outstanding in this one. You see the 4 hits for the Red Sox and no walks on the day, 6 combined strikeouts. Duran had a couple of hits, almost 3 actually on the day. He was pretty sharp at the plate. That grab by Meadows late in the game would have been a 3rd hit for him. The pitching staff did an excellent job for them as Houck went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. And then they got a couple of scoreless innings out of Strom and Brazier with just 1 walk allowed between the 2 of them and 1 strikeout for Strom. The Tigers registering just 4 hits and 2 walks on the day. They struck out 6 times. And then you had the solo homer from Baddoo. It was pretty much all to talk about on the offense. Soto came in, did a good job in this one. He gets the hold going 2/3 of an inning and didn't allow any base runners. And then Chafin a perfect 9th as he picks up his 3rd save of the season. And the Tigers win this one 1-0. And now, before we wrap things up here in this episode, I did want to point out I've simulated a few more games, and as you can see here, Miguel Cabrera has collected his 3,000th hit, and he did so in pretty impressive fashion. As we will go and take a look at the box score here, you can see that the Tigers have won 4 in a row, including 3 in a row from the Royals. We beat them 15-5 in this one, and Cabrera ends up with 4 hits on the day, including a home run and a double, so he was a triple shy of the cycle in his quest for 3,000. So an impressive day for the all-time legend as the Tigers playing pretty good baseball now. They've got it to 9-7 with a chance to sweep the Royals on the road. We'll see if that happens in the next episode.
Corey Dickerson cracked 2 home runs in the game as the Cardinals took care of the Brewers.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?